So very warm welcome to the BS3 electronics class. Today we are going to discuss about the syllabus prescribed by Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur, which is to be studied by you during this particular academic year. The syllabus prescribed by Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Solapur University, Solapur will be implemented in 2 semesters, for semester 5th as well as for the semester 6th. As far as semester 5th is considered, you have to learn 4 theory papers for electronics and 1 paper which is compulsory for English. Each paper has to mark 70 for university assessment and 30 marks for the college assessment. The paper number 9 is linear integrated circuit and its applications. Paper number 10 is microcontrollers. Paper number 11 is sensors and transducers. Paper number 12 is a choice-based elective paper. One is virtual instrumentation and second one is electronics communication. So students have to choose one of these 2 papers. So for every paper, university assessment will be for 70 marks and for college assessment will be for 30 marks. As far as college assessment is concerned, student has to submit one home assignment for the 15 marks and he has to face one examination which is going to be conducted by the college for 15 marks. Another aspect is that for 5th semester there is no practical exam. But as far as next semester is being considered, that is for semester 6th, again student have to acquire 4 electronics paper and 1 electronics compulsory paper. Here again each and every paper is for 70 marks and again college assessment is for 30 marks. So here paper number 13 is associated with the power electronics. Paper number 14 is associated with the embedded system and design. Paper number 15 is associated with the instrumentation. Paper number 16 has again a choice, and that is student have to choose one of the two papers. One option is for medical instrumentation and second option is modern communication system. Out of these 2 papers, students have choice, so that they are going to choose one of the paper as per their choice. But at the end of 6th semester, students have to face university practical examination. And this practical examination, within this particular practical examination, student has to give 4 practicals, each of 50 marks. They have to complete 1 project for 60 marks and for journal there will be 20 marks. Along with this, throughout the year, they have to face a practical college assessment, within which they have to give 2 circuit tests, each for 15 marks, totally 30 marks. They have to give 2 practical tests, each for 30 marks, that is total 60 marks. They had to give 1 seminar for 15 marks, and also they have to attend and complete industrial visit, and which is for 15 marks. Thus, semester 5th will be for 400 marks, semester 6th will be of theory 400 and practical 400 marks. So this is the syllabus which is being prescribed by Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur. Out of this particular syllabus, I myself, as far as semester 5th is being considered, is going to teach paper number 12, and the name of the paper is Electronic Communication, which is meant for 70 marks for university assessment and 30 marks for the college assessment. In this particular electronics communication paper, we are going to cover 5 units. The unit number first is Fundamentals of Electronic Communication, which prescribes the fundamental meaning of electronic communication, dictionary meaning of electronic communication, general block diagram of electronic communication, elements of electronic communication system. After that, types of electronic communication. Maybe it is a digital communication, maybe it is an analog communication, maybe it is a simplex type of system, maybe it is a duplex type of communication system. After that, in the same unit, you are going to learn meaning of noise, types of noise, noise figure, signal to noise ratio. These are the minimum things which are required to be covered as far as first unit of electronic communication is being considered. The second unit, which is to be learned by you, and that is modulation and demodulation. In this particular unit, you are going to study the basic definition of modulation. After being studying the definition of modulation, one is going to study advantages and disadvantages of the modulation. Then we are going to study types of modulation. In the types of modulation, we are going to deal with the analog modulation and also the digital modulation. In analog modulation, we are going to learn amplitude modulation and also the frequency modulation. Analogous to that, in demodulation, we are going to study the envelope detector circuit, and for digital modulation, we are going to study the ratio detector as a demodulating circuitry. After that, you are going to study the types of digital modulation, where we are going to study amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, pulse code modulation, pulse amplitude modulation, pulse position modulation, pulse width modulation. And after that, you are going to study the multiplexing techniques, that is a frequency division multiplexing and also the time division multiplexing. Now you are going to study the third unit, which is mentioned in your syllabus, and that third unit is antenna and radio propagation. In this particular topic, we are going to study the meaning of antenna, working of antenna in general, types of antenna. In types of antenna, we are going to study dipole antenna, dish antenna and egg antenna. These are the three antennas we are going to be studying as far as your syllabus is being considered. Next aspect of the same topic is radio propagation. The signal which is going to be communicated between transmitting antenna and receiving antenna is only by means of a radio wave. Here we are going to study the concept of radio wave, types of radio wave which are responsible to carry the signal from transmitting antenna towards the receiving antenna. After that, we are going to study the ground waves, space waves, tropospheric waves and sky waves, how they are going to carry the signal from transmitting antenna towards the receiving antenna. After that, we are going to study the meaning of skip distance and also the meaning of virtual height. Now we are going to shift towards the fourth topic which is introduced in your syllabus. And this fourth topic is going to deal with transmitter and radio wave receiver, where we are going to deal with different types of the radio receivers and also the television as a one of the radio receiver. In receiver, we are going to study the principle of super heterodyne receiver. We are going to study types of receivers. We are going to deal with details of AM super heterodyne receiver and also the FM super heterodyne receiver. After that, we are going to study the television system in detail. In television system, we are going to study how the picture is going to be gets formulated on the television screen. That is the principle of television communication. After that, we are going to study the scanning. In the scanning, we are going to study rectilinear scanning, interlaced scanning, difference between them, and how the raster is generated on the television screen. After that, we are going to study the composite video signal, where we are going to deal with horizontal and vertical scanning aspects utilized by means of an CCIR B standard. After that, we are going to study the concept of vestigial sideband. Then we are also going to study the color television receiver along with the respective block diagram. Here we are also going to study the picture qualities, means how we are going to see good quality picture on the television screen by setting some of the parameters. So these are the articles which are required to be covered as far as fourth topic is being considered. The last and fifth topic which is introduced in your syllabus, and that is telephone communication system. In this particular topic, we are going to study the principle of telephone communication. After studying the principle of telephone communication, we are going to study the telephone handset. In the telephone handset, we are going to study mic as a transmitter, speaker as a receiver, a ringer, dialer, pulse dialer, DTMF system, and such aspects. After that, we are going to study the meaning of local loop. We are going to study different tones included in the telephone communication system. After that, we are going to study value added services which are being provided by means of a telephone company for us. We are going to study the EPBX system as far as the telephone communication system is being considered. So these are the aspects which are required to be covered within the semester 5th, and students have to face 30 marks for the college assessment and 70 marks for the university assessment. So this is the first lecture where just we have introduced the syllabus prescribed by our Punyashlok Ahilyadevi Solapur University, Solapur. The rest of the aspects we are going to study hereafter for the next period.